This video shows an auditor undertaking an IATF 16949 remote audit at a certified client focused on acquiring new business. Watch the video and see whether we think the auditor techniques applied are effective.
Good morning. Sorry I'm late joining. I had to download the latest Teams software. I've been meaning to do it for a while, but today it's forced me.
No, that's okay. I think we actually met on the last audit anyway, but I wanted to introduce a colleague of mine who's recently joined the business. His name is Simon Smith. He's the Assistant Sales Manager. He comes from a strong automotive background anyway, and has been specifically recruited to help grow the automotive business.
Oh, good. I'll follow up on the job role, responsibilities and competency records for Simon later. So maybe could you give me a quick overview of your process and any changes since the last audit?
Yeah, of course, not a problem. So we're responsible for winning new business, which includes marketing, inquiry management, feasibility review and contract review. Since the last audit, we have won new business with both Ford and GM. The GM business was a transfer from another supplier who actually went bankrupt. It all happened just so quickly. We went into production about 3 months ago. The Ford business is still in the design phase. We've just got to get to the stage of ordering the tooling.
Okay, I'll follow up on the Ford project in the MPI process. So let's focus on GM. How did you do the feasibility review?
Well, we have a risk analysis template to assess both the technical risk. 1 minute, Simon, can you just open it for me? I think you were the one who actually led this.
Yes, just bear with me. This might take technical risk to another level. So let me just attempt to share the screen. Is that coming through okay?
Yes.
Yeah. So you can see this technical risk portion in the middle there. And we reviewed the risks from many perspectives, including the GM customer specific requirements. And in this case, we concluded that the business was feasible. And at the moment, we're running at about 40% capacity.
Thank you. So how did you incorporate the GM requirements into the QMS?
I worked with our quality manager on this. We went through each of the GM CSRs and we then added a reference to the relevant processes. I've got experience. I used to work with the GM supplier before, so I was kind of familiar with the requirements.
Okay, so can you show me the latest version of the GM requirements that you have?
Yes, again, just bear with me a moment and let me find them. Yeah, so can you see that okay?
Yes. Okay, thank you. Let me sample a couple of requirements in your process, and then I will check a few more in other processes later in the audit. So firstly, let's check 82312, customer designated special characteristics.
Okay,
82312.
82312, there it is.
Yeah, okay, so the organisation shall follow General Motors key characteristic designation system process, GMW 15049. Can you show me how you access the GM specification?
Unfortunately, we haven't been able to access the GM portal yet. So unfortunately, we don't have access to that specific specification.
Okay, let's check another requirement. 8344 product approval process.
8344, that one, yeah.
Okay, the organisation shall comply with the AIAG production part approval process PPAP manual and GM 192703 quality SOR to meet this requirement.
Yeah, so we did use PPAP for the part approval. We're still waiting for a response from GM on that. Again, unfortunately, we're unable to access this specification as we're not able to get into the portal at the moment.
And have you contacted the customer related to the access issue?
Like not formally, but I did mention it in the meeting we had, the last meeting we had with them.
Okay, this gives me a serious concern. I'll check a few more requirements in other processes before I make a decision on whether this will be a major or minor non-conformity.
Okay, I understand. Simon, I thought you told me all was okay with the GM CSRs. Let's talk about this privately now, I think.
Firstly, before undertaking a remote audit, it should be verified that the latest version of the relevant communication tool software has been downloaded. This will avoid unnecessary delays. Once the auditor understood the changes that have occurred since the last audit, they then focused on the areas of the highest risk, namely the new business that had been acquired from General Motors. Although it was evident that the organization had done a detailed risk analysis, the process to review and implement GM customer-specific requirements was not effective. Despite being in production for over 3 months, key GM specifications had not been accessed, reviewed, or implemented. Even though this audit is done remotely, the following should be applied. Remote audit should focus on the areas of the highest risk based on changes that have occurred since the last audit. In auditing any process, customer-specific requirements should be sampled to verify effective implementation. In this audit, the auditor found a significant issue with the organization not being able to access some of the relevant GM specifications. Just as for an on-site audit, doing a remote audit, the auditor should follow audit trails to other relevant processes.